Hi, you guys. So today, um, I had a concern about from someone. I guess everybody's concerned about the events of the rapture. Not everybody, because I'm going to say it like this because I have two Bibles here and I have two Bible apps. And in some Bibles, they are broken down as far as like subtitles throughout the verses. I'm going to give you an example. And it's also important to read the, the pretext to each chapter. Like, say, for instance, in First Thessalonians, because this was the question, First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians, and let's just say Matthew 24. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I'll leave comments, but perhaps we should just do, I don't know, chapter by chapter, little open discussion Bible study. I don't know. Like, say, for instance, First Thessalonians. It says here that Paul was on a missionary journey. He had to leave, and Timothy came to rejoin him and was telling him that the people had Thessalonica, the believers there in Thessalonica, had questions about if somebody died before Christ returned. And Paul went throughout First Thessalonians and broke it down. And from my understanding, First Thessalonians 4 talks about the rapture. Second Thessalonians 5 talks about Jesus' second coming. Now over to Second Thessalonians, the pretext, let's see, said that Paul heard that they still were having problems and they still had questions about when Christ would appear. And he basically, let me look. He basically went all throughout and just was trying to tell them this is exactly what he said, that you be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except for there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And I think that gets taken out of context, because you have to read in the pretext that he was basically reiterating what he was saying in First Thessalonians, and just reassuring them that Jesus had not already returned. And was just basically giving them a lineup, and not necessarily in the order that Paul said it in chapter 2, verse 3 through 11. The pretext is important, because you will see that he's just giving them overall signs of the things that are to come, and for them not to be worried that Jesus had already come. It's there in our Bible. As for Matthew 24, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And in my Bible, Matthew 24 is not broken down the same way that it is on my Bible app. Matthew 24 is basically Jesus teaching the disciples, or telling them what the signs of the signs of the end of the age. But in my Bible app, it's him discussing the signs, and then it breaks down to maybe 3, 4, 5 verses later, him describing the persecution of the church. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 verses later, he talks about the Antichrist. Let me see. So my whole point is, and I don't want to get too deep into that until I have notes, but the whole point is that it's broken down in verses where it may all run together, even though you have some subtitles in your KJV. It's not broken down all the way down in sections of maybe 5 to 10 verses. I don't want to get too deep in this because I personally, yes, it is important to know the signs and the order of events. Say if you were talking about Daniel, and everybody has their interpretation of Revelations and, you know, what seals that we're in and so on and so forth. But the whole point is sometimes it's very helpful to have different versions of your Bible, so that these things can be broken down in subtitles. And like I said before, it's also important to read what's going on in the entire chapter before you read the chapter, so that you have an understanding of what you're reading and the events taking place in that chapter. You guys let me know what you want to do. If you want to have a little Bible study or something, and we all kind of discuss one chapter. Some may be more well-versed in Revelation. Some may be more well-versed in Daniel. I guess we'd have to talk about Ezekiel. I guess Isaiah also. We could talk about Isaiah 44 and 45 now that Trump's in office. Whatever you want to do. But I don't want anybody feeling left out or feeling that they don't understand something, and then we all are here to we're all supposed to be studying to show ourselves approved and rightly dividing this word. So we can do that together. Not really, you know, the rapture is important, but ultimately we just need to know that the signs are here and have our hearts right. Jesus can come in another 50 years, which I really do doubt. I doubt we have another 4 years here or another couple of months here. I really don't. But if people want to discuss it, we can do it in a healthy manner and not be stressed out about it, and not be accusing other people of not knowing something. I mean, we're all the body. We all come together, use our gifts, and edify and uplift one another, okay? Y'all have a good night. I'm tired, and I just want to put that out there and see what y'all want to do. But I guess the most important part is for people to just try to thoroughly read their Bibles. Now is more, is the time is just as important now as it's ever been, so that you be deceived by no man. I mean, I'll be doing that individually, but like I said, perhaps we can all come together and discuss it. Y'all let me know what you think. All right.